Hi, fertility fam. It is I, Sanika. I wanted to come on quick because I am on my way to my monitoring appointment for CD9, I believe, and see what's going on with my follicles. Got a 2-hour drive ahead, and I don't know, my husband just stopped to get me something to eat. As y'all know, I said I haven't been doing any sugar, any carbs or anything. So when I woke up this morning, I felt like my sugar was really, really low. I don't think my body is so used to not having sugar for so long. And I was telling myself I have to get something in my system before I fall out because I just feel so weak and dizzy. And I'm guessing it's from, it just felt like my sugar is low. Hyperglycemic. I didn't think not eating any sugar was gonna make it like this, but yeah. So he's going in there and getting me something just to quickly eat so I can get it up and be doing better. But like I said, I'm on my way. I'm a little nervous. Yeah, that's Charlie Ann over there. Okay. So I'm a little nervous because I don't know, yesterday I was feeling like, in the morning, early morning, I was feeling a whole lot of pressure and a whole lot of ovulation pain on my left side. And I went and took an ovulation test, and it was nowhere near positive at all. But I had been feeling the left pain for like a couple of days. And then today, I feel nothing. Like last night, today, nothing. It's just really quiet over there, and I'm hoping I didn't like ovulate or something like that. I don't know. I'm just wondering what the test is going to say, so I'm a little frightened that something happened, or I don't know, or maybe they shrunk, or I don't know. Just feeling, I don't know, uneasy. I guess I'll feel better once I go to my appointment. Well, I'll update you then. You say hi, Charlie Ann? Charlie Ann, you say hi? You say hi? No? You don't want to say hi? No. Hi? Yeah. Hi. Talk to y'all later. So, since Hubby in the store, this is what he got me. I'm not going to eat this whole thing, just enough to make me feel better. I'm done. You want some, Charlie? You want some? Hi, fertility fam. It is I, Sanika. How is everyone doing this beautiful morning, should I say? Because it's early in the morning. I'm on my way to a CD cycle day 11 monitoring. Now, I'm kind of worried because yesterday, y'all, I had some very bad ovulation pain. I mean, it was on both sides. I felt like I was like somebody was in me, just stabbing me constantly. And then I had a ton first throughout the day. I was having a lot of watery CM. And then, like, at around 5 o'clock, I started having egg white CM, which is, you know, the most fertile CM. And I mean, I was having a whole bunch of it. But I wanted to take an OPK, but I had already emptied my bladder when I discovered the EWCM, the egg white CM. So I don't know. And so I had to wait a few hours to take an actual OPK. And I felt like my urine was diluted when I did take it. But it was negative. It was a negative OPK, so I don't know. I'm kind of worried because pain like that, I just can't. And then it's gone. Like, it went away probably like at about 10, 11 o'clock last night. So, I mean, I can understand if the follicle's growing, but if the follicles are growing, shouldn't it be like a constant pain? I don't know, maybe when they grew to a certain point, and then when they stop growing, they just stop hurting. I don't know. But it felt like ovulation. I was feeling it all in my back. I was feeling it in my uterus. It was heavy. I was feeling it all in my ribs, just pressure. It was just constant pressure and pain. So guess we'll go to the doctor and see what is the verdict. I'll let y'all know. Hi, fertility fam. It is I, Sanika. How is everyone doing this beautiful afternoon? Okay, y'all, I am beat. It has been a long week. Oh my goodness. It has been a long week. So I'm just gonna jump right in and get to it. So I believe my last video was from my appointment on the 7th, which was December 7th, which was a Friday. I went over all those numbers with you, and then they put me on 200 IuI of follistim to boost them up. Okay, so when I went in on CD9, my lining was a 10.1. So they was like, your lining is perfect. And on the right side, I had a 10, an 8, and a 4. And then on the left side, I had a 12, an 11, an 8, a 7, and a 5. Now, don't know if y'all recall my last numbers from CD6, but I had, on the right, I had an 8, a 7, and a 6. And on the left, I had a 10, a 9, an 8, a 7, 2 7s, and 2 5s. So when I went in, after they bumped me up and I went in that Monday, I didn't really have that much growth over those 3 days with the bump. On the right side, you know, I had an 8, a 7, and a 6, and then I had a 10, an 8, and a 4. I don't know if that one shrunk or what. That was another one that popped up. That 6 shrunk to a 4, or another one popped up. Really don't know. And then on the left side, it was 12, 11, 8. And then that 7 and them 5s, they never grew. So the 12 and 11 and the 8, everything went up 2 millimeters. So I grew 2 millimeters in a course of 3 days with a bump up to 200. My estrogen was 384, my LH was 1.2, and my progesterone was negative, less than 21. So I went in the CD11 2 days later. Went in 2 days later and stayed on 200 follistim, stayed on 200, and my lining was 2.2, so it just went up 1.1. And it was on the right side a 13, a 12, a 9, an 8, and a 6. So everything went up 3. So it's like I grew 3 millimeters in 1 day. And then on the left side, that 12 went to 14.5. And then I had a 13, a 12, 7. And that 7 and 5s, they still didn't grow. And my estrogen was 921. LH was 3.2, and again, progesterone negative, less than 21. So they wanted me to come back the next day. Now y'all remember, this is a 2-hour drive, okay? So they wanted me to go back the next day, and I only was supposed to take 150 follistim. They dropped it, which was, I'm so sorry, today. So my lining was a 10. That was it, 10. It wasn't 10.1 or 10.2 like last time. It was just a 10. So I don't know, did your lining decrease or they just didn't put the rest of the number? I don't know. So I should have asked that, but I didn't think about it until I was writing my numbers down just now. I'll ask tomorrow. But so my numbers are on the right side, 17, 16, 15, 10, and 8. Left side, 16, 15, 2 12s, and my 7s and 5s didn't grow. My progesterone is 1401. My LH is 5.2. And my progesterone is 47. So when she gave my number, she said, depending on what my estrogen came back, it would let me know if I needed to do another night of follow stem, or if it was time for me to trigger. So they called me back about 2 hours later while I was driving, coming home, and it was time to trigger. They say my estrogen supports a mature follicle, more than one mature follicle, they're sure, but so they're pretty sure that 17 and 16 on the right is probably mature. So I was told to trigger. So I had to trigger. I've already triggered. I had to trigger. I triggered at 2 p.m. She told me to trigger right now. So right after that call, she told me to trigger. So I triggered with this big long 22 gauge needle in the muscle, in the butt that my husband did. And yes, I don't know why, but I guess because I couldn't really reach. You know, I'm a big girl. It was kind of hard to get past the rolls, and I wanted to make sure I got in the muscle, so I let him do it, and he did great. He didn't do it. It didn't even hurt. So he did. I gave him thumbs up. Thumbs up. He did great. So triggered at 2. I have my IuI in the morning, so I have to leave here at 6 o'clock in the morning to be there for 8 o'clock in the morning for my IuI. Well, actually, I gotta leave at 5. Because my IuI is actually at 9:45, but just a specimen has to be there by 8. So I guess I still could leave at 6. We'll just goof around like we did last time. So, I don't know. At first, I didn't really think they was going to have me trigger because, you know, my biggest follicle is 17. And I was under the impression that a mature follicle is between 18 and 20. But she said my numbers support a mature follicle is within these numbers. So, you know, she said it could be the 15 could be mature because my numbers support it. So, you know, my last cycle with Charlie Ann, I had a 20. 120, and the biggest after the 20 was 11. So it was like 11s and 9s and 8s up in there because my AFC is 11. I have 11 follicles, seems to be, because I got 11 this time, I had 11 last time. So, and 20 was, and my estrogen was 1009. So they knew that 20 was mature. But you know, everybody thinks it's about the size of the follicle, but the estrogen has to support the size. And my estrogen number supports the size of my follicles. So something's mature. One of them is mature. More than one is probably mature. Oh, so I'm stressing because the numbers don't duplicate my last cycle with Charlie Ann that I got pregnant. But I know that every pregnancy is different. Every cycle is different. You know, the amount of hormones, because like my LH was 14.1. Like I was getting my surge on my own. But this one is 5.2. I have no surge whatsoever. Even I've been taking ever since I started cramping, I've been taking OPKs. I don't know if y'all can see these. But I've been taking them all day because I was cramping like crazy. But as you can see, it's no surge in any one of these. So I know I have nothing in me. But as soon as I took the ACG test, the ACG shot, like 30 minutes later, my breast was on fire. So I know it's in my system. So let's see. I believe that is my only update. The only thing I've been cramping like crazy. Like I can feel my follicles growing. Like when they're going through a growth spurt, I can feel it because it's like, and it's intense. One night, I believe that was CD10, Saturday 10, I was in so much pain. I knew I was ovulating. And not only was I in so much pain, I had tons of egg white serum coming out of me. First, it was watery in the beginning of the day, and then towards the evening, like 5, 6 o'clock, it turned into egg white. So I was like, oh my goodness, I'm about to ovulate. But when I took an OPK, as you saw, it was negative.
and my blood work was 3.2. So I wasn't ovulating, but she said the follicles were growing is when I came in, because it was the left side that was really getting to me, and that was that 14.5 and that 13 that like shot up from 8 and 10 from the other day. And then yesterday I was having some serious pain on the right side, and then that's probably when that 17 started growing, because I was in so much pain. It was all in my back, my ribs, everything. It was horrible. But the trigger is done. The IuI is tomorrow, and I am so excited. I'm gonna leave at about 6 in the morning. I'm gonna wake up at about 5, eat my breakfast, get my fertility smoothie in, pray, and that's all I can do is just leave it in God's hand, because it's basically, it's up to Him if this cycle is gonna work. I prayed that it worked. I want it to work. So I'm going to keep asking for Him to let this be so we can get this baby. But so that is my update, y'all. And I will update y'all tomorrow after the IuI and let y'all know exactly what's going on. Y'all be blessed and have a good day.